Hey fight fans, welcome back to the Fight Book. This is the Indian accent guy back with another good episode of Fight News because today we have again massive updates from the fight world, including Jon Jones' retirement plan, updates from UFC 317 main event, ranking updates after UFC Vegas 106, 10 new UFC fight announcements, and Dana White not promoting Canelo versus Crawford. Why? So without wasting any time, let's start the video to keep you up to date with the fight world. We will start it with Jon Jones, who is currently in Thailand shooting for Russian Tough along with Nate Diaz. He revealed in a series of tweets that he has told the UFC about his future plans but don't know why they haven't told the fans yet. Then on FaceTime when talking with an old friend regarding continuing fighting, Jones says he is done. But then when answering a fan on Twitter, he says he is not retired. On this situation, Anthony Smith believes Jon Jones is just mentally exhausting Tom Aspinall, which we can all see in Aspinall's recent video where Aspinall admits waiting for Jon Jones' fight is mentally tougher than past injury layoff. From UFC 317 main event, we have Ilia Topuria, who responds to Islam Makhachev's recent remarks about him to get a couple of wins first and then talk about fighting Islam Makhachev. He says Islam has to get in line if he wants to fight him after he wins the lightweight title at UFC 317. But on the other hand, his opponent Charles Oliveira is also confident that he will knock out Ilia Topuria to win the belt back at UFC 317. Paddy Pimblett is also trying to ignite his feud with Ilia Topuria with the hope that Topuria wins the belt and calls him out so that he skips the line and get the title shot. Topuria responds to his tactics and said that Paddy knows where the money is now. He has to pay for the parties he throws for himself. By the way, Ilia Topuria along with his brother Alexander Topuria have mutually agreed to part ways with Alicante-based gym Climet Club after 13 years. The pair will now train at home in Madrid. Topuria's brother Alexander Topuria says that the perfect scenario for Ilia's next two fights would be Ilia and Islam both winning the belts and then Ilia to fight Islam Makhachev for the third belt. Anyway, Jon Anik revealed via Instagram that Justin Gaethje also wanted to fight for the belt at UFC 317 because he believes he deserved it more than Oliveira. That's why he was pissed. Anik mentions that now Gaethje and his manager Ali Abdulaziz are looking for some sort of guarantee that he will be next for the winner of UFC 317 main event. Anyway, if we talk about Jack Della Maddalena, he shares his plans in a recent interview with the West Sports where he says he is going to train with Alexander Volkanovski for Islam Makhachev fight because Volkanovski have already fought twice Islam Makhachev. Anyway, Ian Machado Garry pokes fun at Jack Della Maddalena, comparing him to Sloth from the Goonies. He says he wants to punish JDM for comments about his son at UFC 315 press conference. He also says that he wants to remain active and won't sit out and wait for a title shot despite weighing in as the backup fighter at UFC 315. Anyway, Garry is called out for a fight at UFC 320 in Mexico by this weekend's winner Michael Morales, who is now a top 10 welterweight following the latest official rankings update after UFC Vegas 106. Morales moves up 4 spots to number 8 on the list, while the man he beat, Gilbert Burns, slides 2 spots to number 10. Melchizedek Costa, who fought on the same card, calls out Josh Emmett for a fight in Brazil, and Denise Gomez is now also a ranked strawweight following her win over Elise Reed. Gomez debuts at number 15, kicking out Luana Pinheiro from the list. If we talk about the original co-main event of this card, Paul Craig versus Rodolfo Bellato, this fight is expected to be rebooked sooner than later. And now let's talk about official fight announcements. First, we have number 11 ranked Tagir Ulanbekov facing Azat Maksum instead of Horiguchi because Kyoji Horiguchi is out of this fight and the reason for him pulling out has yet to be revealed by him or by the UFC. The fight was supposed to take place at UFC Baku, whose official poster just dropped, and you tell me, do you like it or not? We move on to the next fight. It is a light heavyweight bout between Junior Thapa versus Tuco Tacos, and it is added on UFC Nashville July 12th card, headlined by Lewis versus Teixeira. Next, we have 3 fights added on UFC 318 card. First one is a light heavyweight bout between Jimmy Crute versus Marcin Prachnio. This fight was previously booked for UFC 312, but Prachnio had to withdraw. Interesting thing is that Jimmy Crute is currently on a 5-fight winless streak, so if he loses this fight too, he may get cut from the promotion. Anyway, the second fight is a bantamweight bout between number 12 ranked Kyler Phillips, who will be coming back after his loss to Rob Font, giving number 15 ranked Vinicius Oliveira to chance to rise in the rankings. Oliveira is currently 3-0 in the UFC. Third is a women flyweight bout where Carly Judas will take on Nicole Cagliari. Then 2 fights are added on UFC Vegas 108 August 2nd card, headlined by Albazi versus Taira. First is a women bantamweight bout where number 12 ranked Nora Cornole will return to the octagon in a step-up fight against number 10 ranked Karol Hoza. The second one is a middleweight bout between Nick Klein versus Andrei Pulayev. Both are winless in the UFC. Next, 2 fights added on UFC Vegas 109 August 9 card, which is rumored to headline by Anthony Hernandez versus Roman Dolidze. Eric Anders will take on Christian Leroy Duncan in a middleweight bout, and Gabriela Fendora will return after the biggest win of her career over Wang Kok to take on Julia Stoliarenko. Then the last 2 fights are yet to be officially announced. First one is the headliner for UFC Shanghai August 23rd card, where China's on number 13 ranked light heavyweight Ming Yang will take on Johnny Walker in his first main event. The second one is Kai Asakura returning to the octagon after his title fight loss to Alexandre Pantoja against number 11 ranked Tim Elliott. This fight is not confirmed by the UFC, but it is confirmed by Tim Elliott, who confirmed that it is in works for UFC 319 card. Talking about UFC 319, the build-up between the headliners Dricus Du Plessis versus Khamzat Chimaev is too much fun, as you can watch on your screen. DDP's trash talk skills are on another level. I'm not gonna read all the tweets, you can read yourself, and let's move to the next news, which is about Magomed Ankalaev versus Alex Pereira 2. Magomed Ankalaev still claims that Alex Pereira and Yuri Prochazka both ducked him, while Yuri Prochazka has confirmed this, that he declined this fight because of his exams, but Alex Pereira is yet to say anything about if he is fighting Magomed Ankalaev or not. Anyway, Jailton Almeida comes into the conversation and he says he is open to fighting Magomed Ankalaev if the UFC heavyweight division continues to ignore him. And then lastly, we have an announcement from Turki Al Sheikh, who reveals that Canelo versus Crawford card now will not take place in Allegiant Stadium on September 12. Instead, it will take place 1 day later in a location to be announced on Saturday, September 13th, the same day as UFC 320 in Mexico. So now Dana White will not be promoting Canelo versus Crawford and will only focus on UFC on September 13th. Canelo versus Crawford will now be a Riyadh season pay-per-view and will be promoted by a Saudi Arabian entertainment company, Della. Anyway, new TKO Boxing League led by Dana White did reveal scheduling plans and separate super fights. They revealed that there will be 12 standard fight cards per year in this new boxing league, with additional 4 super fight cards funded by Saudi Arabia. And that's all in this video. Now you are again completely up to date with the fight world. I always try to give you important and interesting updates in as less time as possible. So if you like this video, you need to do only one thing: just like the video and then share your thoughts in the comment section, because that is the motivation, and then you can do whatever you want.